Imagine a machine so powerful, so elite, that its very existence disrupted the tech world, only for it to vanish into thin air. A machine draped in matte space gray, harboring the kind of raw horsepower that made professional creators gasp, yet carrying a price tag that could buy a decent used car. This is the story of the Apple iMac Pro, a computer that was never meant for the masses, but somehow became one of the most fascinating, controversial, and deeply missed chapters in Apple's entire history. To understand why this machine still holds a mythical status today, we have to travel back to a time when Apple was facing a massive crisis of faith with its most loyal, highest-paying customers. The year was 2017. For decades, Hollywood editors, multi-platinum music producers, 3D animators, and high-end software developers relied on one company to give them the tools to shape culture. That company was Apple. But by 2017, the professional community was furious. The infamous trash can Mac Pro, released years prior, had become a beautiful disaster. It was a triumph of industrial design, but a catastrophic failure of engineering. It trapped heat, it couldn't be upgraded, and Apple had literally painted themselves into a thermal corner. The very people who built their careers on Mac hardware were actively jumping ship to Windows PCs. Apple was losing the crown. They needed a savior. They needed something so radical, so undeniably powerful, that it would instantly silence the critics and win back the elite creative class. Enter the iMac Pro. When it was unveiled, it felt less like a standard product launch and more like a flex of pure engineering dominance. Apple took the familiar, elegant silhouette of the 27-inch iMac, a design loved for its clean aesthetic, and completely re-engineered it from the inside out. They didn't just put new parts in an old shell. They built a stealth bomber disguised as an all-in-one desktop. Every single detail screamed premium. For the first time, Apple introduced the stunning space gray finish to the iMac lineup, complete with a matching space gray Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse. It looked sinister. It looked expensive. And it was. Starting at an eye-watering $5,000 and scaling all the way up to over $13,000 fully loaded. This wasn't a computer you bought to check your emails or scroll through social media. This was an industrial tool. It was an investment. But what did that insane amount of money actually buy you? On the outside, it looked slim and sleek, but on the inside, it was an absolute monster. Apple did the unthinkable. They crammed server-grade components into a chassis that was just millimeters thick at the edges. We are talking about Intel Xeon W processors, starting at 8 cores and scaling all the way up to a staggering 18 cores. To put that into perspective for the time, this machine could handle dense 8K video editing, complex 3D rendering, and massive audio projects with hundreds of tracks simultaneously, all without breaking a sweat. To feed this beast of a processor, Apple offered up to 128 gigabytes of high-speed ECC RAM. This wasn't standard memory. Error-correcting code RAM is designed to prevent data corruption, meaning if you were rendering a massive Hollywood feature film that took 3 days to process, the computer wouldn't crash halfway through because of a minor digital hiccup. It was built for absolute reliability under extreme pressure. And then there was the graphics. Apple partnered with AMD to create custom Radeon